Shago here with the Shot Clock podcast, taking a different route this week. I'm sitting down with Marist Red Fox, number 20, all the way from Elmira, New York, MVP of the Dublin Basketball Challenge, brought to you by Inspire Sport. Zaria Shazer, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really well. Look, we've been chatting off air before we hit record, so you've nothing to worry about. Our listeners are lovely, our viewers are lovely. They'll all go follow your Instagram after this, so everything's going to be cool. And look, this normally takes about half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on how chatty you are. So, hey,
Okay.
judging by the chat that we've just had for the last 25 minutes, this will go on quite a while.
Yeah, I hope so.
So look, we'll get back to Dublin in a few minutes. Let's just start with you. So we'll start with our first question. Who, what, or why inspired you to pick up a basketball?
I would definitely say it's my dad. He was a player in high school. He didn't take it to college, but he had just fallen out of love with it a little bit. But he definitely transferred that love to me as soon as I started playing, as soon as I picked it up. He was really invested in what I was doing. Even my sister, she's 4 years older than me, so she had started, and I just kind of followed in her footsteps. She gave me a really good blueprint. She was a great basketball player herself. And yeah, I think they definitely did it for me.
Perfect. So your dad played. Is that where the number 20 comes from? Did you carry on the family tradition of wearing the number 20?
Yeah, it was him, and then it was my sister as well. So we both played on varsity together when we were in high school, and that was kind of a thing. We were kind of trying to decide who was going to have number 20, because both of us, we can't have it. I, of course, as a younger sister, ended up not getting the number, but after she left, I took it up, and he had it in high school too. So it was just awesome to keep that going.
Amazing. As I said to you, 13 is our family number. My mom wore it, I wore it, my brother, my sister, and now my nephew gets to wear it as well. So yeah, it's
so awesome.
It's great. It's great having that little connection that when you pull that jersey on, you feel kind of the generational pull of those who went before you.
Absolutely. They definitely motivate me. They say I can't let the number down, so I definitely have to go out there every day.
So no pressure at all, no?
Oh, none at all. Not at all. Yeah, they give me a good little motivation that way.
So with your Marist teammates, and obviously through your time with Elmira, you said you played varsity with your sister. Who's been your favorite teammate and why?
Great question. Even though I didn't play very long with my sister, I think she'd be upset that I'm not saying her, but it would definitely have to be Kiara Fisher, our point guard now. We've been playing together for around 10 years now. So just the connection that we have is insane. Having a point guard who knows exactly where to find you and just weaving through 5 defenders in order to give you a layup and give her that assist. It's just such a good feeling being so close with someone on and off the court also. We share the same godmom. We have the same middle name, which is a really uncommon middle name, and you would never expect it, but we have the same middle name. And it's just, yeah, I have a love for her that goes years and years and years.
So you and Kiara played in high school together too?
Yeah, we were on the same high school team. Before that, we were on the same travel elementary type team. We were on JV together. It's been a long time going.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing to have that connection with somebody.
It's
and both of you then declare for Marist as well. So that's pretty special.
Yeah. She started off at Syracuse actually. And then after her freshman year, she came over here with me, and we've been inseparable ever since.
She should have gone there first.
Yeah.
Right to Marist.
I was trying to get her. I was doing my best, but had to let her go off on her own for a little bit.
Yeah, well, at least she's back now and getting new buckets as well. So that's always a bonus.
Oh, exactly. I'm so grateful. Every time I miss a layup, it's not even oh no, my points. It's dang, I missed her assist. That was been on her stats,
I love that. So look, we were talking just before we came on. What I didn't realize was you guys, when you're playing out conference games, sometimes have to travel for multiple hours on a bus or sometimes by plane, which is pretty spectacular. And as I said to you, we can drive to our games here in 40 minutes, I think is the furthest away that we play. So there's no 8-hour bus journeys or no flying to Wisconsin for a game or anything like that. But
exactly.
you're playing D1 basketball. You're playing the best of the best in the country. because of that, like, who's been the toughest person you've had to guard? Where, like, what school? And then vice versa, who did you find guarding you the toughest?
Yeah. Actually this year, we played Villanova, which is a Big East team, really, really good. There's a girl on their team named Maddie Segrist that we played in our first game of the year. Aside from just like first game jitters, this is like a Big East Player of the Year type girl. She's exactly me, except for like in position, because she's a very mobile forward, but she has a really nice shot, a really nice three. Like guarding her was probably the biggest challenge I've had in my career so far. And she was home, so she's at Villanova now, but she's from our like where Marist is in Poughkeepsie, and that's her hometown. So it was like her homecoming game. Everyone came out, even though it was a Marist home game. They were like Maddie, Maddie, Maddie. So it was like all that's in your head, but I don't think I guarded her too bad. But she's just such a great player. Like that was definitely the most difficult for me, was having to do that, because she's awesome.
And then who picks you up the toughest? Who's your toughest matchup on D?
I tried to think of a specific. I know that just in general, I really don't like 2-3s, because I feel like 1v1 is a fine situation. I could get a screen to get away, I can run away, but a 2-3, being a slasher and someone who likes to drive, like getting in there, you beat a 2-3 with shooting, and that's not my favorite thing to do by any means. So I would say 2-3s. North Florida played a nice 2-3, and I was like, dang, no more drives. So I think that's definitely the toughest for me, is having to go up against a 2-3 and just get the ball moving around and to other people to hit shots, because I can't really slash in that.
That's a great answer. You're the first person who gave a defense as an answer.
Yeah, I couldn't. I defenders, but that was just so, I hated 2-3. I really do.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup, as you said. If you're a slasher and you're trying to get to the basket coming off a drive, it's too crowded in that paint just to
Right?
get a shot up. Yeah, absolutely.
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 They'll be in there taking charges in the middle, and I'm like, I can't do it here.
So basketball players are notoriously superstitious. Even though I wear the 13, doesn't really bother me that much. But have you any superstitions or pre-game routines that you go through?
Yeah, I definitely have like traditions that I would say. During our anthem, I think it's like the quietest time, and it's like the easiest time to like collect yourself. So I don't know if it's a superstition, but I have to make sure, like traditionally, that I pray during that time. Like I give myself just a little bit of meditation and like calm myself down, because everything else, our pregame routine, you're just going 24/7. Like you don't really get any time to give yourself a moment to calm down. So I think I definitely do that. And then I wear black socks for every single game, like no matter what, with home or away, which sometimes frustrates others, because the black socks aren't a great look every time. But I wear black socks no matter what. I wore white on accident one game, and it was just not good. It was a bad thing. I never did it again.
We have a player who's been on. He's an Irish international, Jordan Blount. He played at UIC, and his big thing was, so we have pennies over here. A bit like your JC pennies, I suppose.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He swears by white socks from pennies. So even when he was with UIC,
Oh,
his
wow.
dad would bring socks over to him or post them over, because he
That,
needed to wear his white socks. So yeah, socks seem to be a thing.
yeah, I think they're really, especially with, we wear ankle braces and they're all black. So I was like, I feel like this blends in really well. Everyone else says no, the black socks are terrible, but I think that it works, honestly.
I am a black sock guy.
See, I love to hear it. How
I
many
am a
people
black, yeah. When I'm playing, black sock all the way. Absolutely.
There's so few of those. I don't think one other person, every time we get black socks on the team, they all throw them at me. Like, I don't think anyone wears any.
Look, I'd be happy with that if everybody's giving me their new socks. That's cool.
Exactly.
Are you a Nike school? You're a Nike school, aren't you?
Yep, for Nike.
Wow.
So Nike Elites, like those are quality. I think those are good, especially in black. Those look clean and put together. I don't know. I can't do white, that's for sure.
So being a Nike school, obviously you get your nice free kicks every year. What are your favorite shoes to play in?
Um, my favorite shoes to play in are typically Kyries of any kind. Like I've always found that even in high school when we had like an option for what shoes to wear, I would definitely go with Kyries. I just think they're the most comfortable. And now that my foot is used to it, like I can throw those on and almost immediately get into it. Like a few of our other shoes, it takes a little more adjusting. You have to do like the practice before, like the scrimmage before. But whenever we have Kyries, like I can throw those on and immediately get into it. So those are definitely my favorite to play in.
And like just for people in Ireland who don't realize this happens, your school are sponsored by Nike. All your equipment is Nike. How many pairs of shoes would you get per season?
Oh, that's a good question. I had to, we have a lot. I would say like, I don't even know, honestly, because I have so many from last year as well that I need to like kick out. And we donate the ones that we don't end up using because a
Amazing.
few go unworn. Like you just don't end up getting to them at all. So maybe like five, like just straight up four basketball shoes every year because you have to do red and white and then backup pairs in each color. It's crazy.
Amazing. I'd love that. I'd love
Yeah.
that. And don't forget, like we take donations in Ireland as well. So
Oh,
you
awesome.
know, if you ever need to get rid of shoes, I'm sure I can find somebody who will wear a pair.
For
Your
sure.
shoes definitely won't fit me, even though you are 6'1". It's
Right.
not gonna fit. I'll find someone.
Yeah,
I'll
for sure.
definitely find someone. So
Yeah.
look, you talked about during your superstitions, you find your quiet time and you pray and compose yourself. And we talked off air, you're a psych major. So how do you find that with your basketball? Does it help?
Yeah, I would definitely say that knowing specific because our minds and our bodies are just so intricate and there's so many little things that you just aren't thinking of that once you're made aware of it, like the difference that it makes is so insane. So even like mindfulness and being like receptive and aware of your surroundings, like little things like that, which aren't per se, like you don't have to be a psych major really to even implement stuff like that. Like that's just something that in my everyday life I'm like, okay, I need to take some time like right in this moment, be mindful of what I'm doing right now. It kind of makes me present in a way because I do tend to be a little bit of an overthinker, and seeing the way that being mindful and just knowing that I'm present in this situation right now versus like in a week from now or at the next game it's so helpful, and just addressing whatever problem is at hand in that play in that moment.
And with that, I try and teach a next play mentality with my kids. You know, so they don't get hung up on things. And also I get them to ask themselves the question, where are your feet? Because your feet are right here and now. They're not a week down the
Yes,
line. They're right here. So just focus yourself on this moment and move
absolutely.
on.
No, that's so good. That's exactly like in a different way of saying it. That's like exactly what I try to do, is just be like right here, right in this moment. There's nothing you can do to change what happened before. There's nothing you can really do to affect the future. But right now, like decisions that you're making and what you do in this next play is like that's what matters.
Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. So let's jump over across the pond to where I am. We're 5 hours apart right now. How was your time in Dublin? You went away from the Classic with the MVP award, which is amazing. 2 wins for the Red Fox. Well, 3 wins for the Red Foxes, because it was the 2 wins on the basketball court, and then obviously Frankie the Fox kicked my ass in the dance off.
He did. Yeah, I honestly.
We'll the less said about that, the better. I would like to apologize to all my friends. I have no rhythm. I'm sorry. However, let's go back to your basketballing that weekend and your week in Ireland. How was it to come and visit?
It was amazing. Like, you just don't really get to experience, especially as a college student, when everything that we have going on, like we hardly get to see home, but we definitely get to see other countries and get to see new experiences. And being there and seeing like the Dublin Castle, which is just I'm from small town Elmira, New York. There's no castles there. There's no like the culture, everything was just amazing. We had such a good time. Even as like a team, I think we built a lot together. It wasn't even basketball per se that really, I think, got us to the win in those games. I think it was the way that we were able to come together and we had such a fun time, and we translated that on the basketball court for sure. But we weren't even really so much focused on the basketball. We were like, this is such an awesome experience. Let's just enjoy it. And then when it transfers, and since we're in such a great mood, like we'll get the win, you know?
Amazing. And you got out into the community as well and got to work with some of the local schools and see
So cool.
Irish school life or life over here? Is
That
there
was
a vast difference between here and the States?
Um, one thing that in particular that we noticed, we even took little pictures of the scooters that were outside with the helmets on them, the lined up scooters. That was so adorable because a lot of the children, like we get dropped off, we have like bus loops or like wherever, like you're dropped by your parents, but seeing them on their scooters, just scootering their way to school was so cool. And even on our campus, Maeve, she has her own scooter that she takes to classes and like it's one on campus. So she was like, look, it's my people, it's my scooter gang. Like it was adorable.
So such a great opportunity. Would you advise other colleges to kind of take it up if this happens again, or if you got the opportunity to come over here again, would it be something you'd jump at?
Without a doubt in my mind, for sure. Actually the experience with the elementary, the all girls school, that was just so awesome. Seeing the way that they on it, like they inspired me because of how inspired they were by us. We didn't even realize we had such an audience or people who appreciated the way that we played or just appreciated the sport in general the way that they do. We definitely get out into the communities here, but just knowing that across the country there are people who are supporting you and encouraging you and want you to succeed, like it's just such an otherworldly feeling, and I would definitely recommend it for sure.
As I said to you, I was lucky enough. I brought 90 kids to the games over the weekends, and they've been like so inspired, but by everything. And
Yeah.
I coach under 17 girls, so they were
Wow.
looking at your shoes, your socks, your jerseys, your warm-ups, your hoodies, your t-shirts, your hair, your nails.
Oh
It
my.
was like it was the full picture. It was the full thing, and it was like, see, they can wear nails. They're allowed to wear. I was like, okay,
Yep.
okay. So
Yeah.
I need your opinion as the MVP of the Dublin Basketball Classic. Where are you with false nails or painted nails for games and hair and tan, and are
Yeah.
you pro or against?
I'm absolutely pro. Even though I don't always have my nails and everything done, I do think that look good, feel good, play good is such a real thing, because even I may not do the nails, but I do get my eyebrows done before a game, or like we have our hair braided. It just makes you feel like you're ready for the game. And yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I think whatever gets them to the best point and their mental to play the best that they can play, I would recommend 100%.
They will be very happy hearing that.
Yeah, I'm for the girls for sure.
Yeah, they will definitely be happy. So that's you. And as I said, our Irish international Hannah Thornton gave me the same advice. She was just like, no, let them do it. Look good, feel good, play good. I was like, okay,
Sure.
I won't be the big ogre saying no, take that off. That's not allowed. So yeah, we'll definitely go with that. Right. So
Yeah.
look, we'll get back to work. Actually, hang on a second. So you were 0-3 coming into Dublin.
Yeah.
You left Dublin with 2 wins.
Yeah.
How have you been since then?
We won. We've only had one game, but we won it. It was a pretty good team game because I don't know if anyone specifically showed up. Our freshman had a fantastic showing. She was our leading scorer, which is like something you
Amazing.
don't,
Wow.
yeah, you don't always get to see that. We were so proud of her. She had we're expecting so much from her this year, but it definitely was a team effort because we all got into it a little bit. And defensively, I think is really where because you can't always determine how you shoot on offense or if your layups go in, but you can always determine like your effort on defense. And I think we definitely all brought it on defense. So it was a good team win.
And then tomorrow, 1st of December, you've got Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia, tough team.
Tough game.
Yeah, it'll be a good one for sure. They have real good players over there, solid starting 5. So it'll be a challenge, but we're prepared.
Well, we're rooting for you from this side of the ocean. We'll definitely be checking in on scores for the rest of the season anyway. Anyway, let's get back to our questions. You and 4 others going to a pickup game. Who are you taking with you?
This was a rough one. As someone who doesn't, I don't know. We actually had this challenge. I want to say our starting 5. I want to say the girls that we're with.
There's your answer.
Yeah, I just feel like this year we have such a good connection, and just the way that like I felt more comfortable and safe and like doing what I do, and even when I'm off, or I think that we could find there's definitely different levels of like expertise and skill for sure. But when you're with people who like trust you and you're comfortable with, and you know that no matter how you play or like what you do, that they're still gonna have your back, like that's like the biggest thing, I feel like.
Amazing. And like you guys spend an awful lot of time together on and off the floor.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Like,
what does your day look like? What does a normal day look like for you?
um, okay, so on a day when sometimes I have classes before, sometimes I don't, but on a day like yesterday, I had two classes before, 8 or 9:30, 10:45, and then after I go to practice. We do about 2 hours of practice roughly. Um, then we do lift, which is our favorite part because we're all in there. We get to go on the aux and play whatever music we want. Sometimes other teams are in there, which is fun. And we just, yeah, we have to do in there. And then after, um, it's more just like classes, school. A lot of our time spent together is either like film, practice, or lift. And then outside of it, when we can get away from basketball, we'll do like a movie night every once in a while and
Cool.
things. Yeah, movie nights are big. One of our upperclassmen, Julie, she has a projector, so we're set. Like we all pile in there in her common room on the couches and just go on the projector.
That sounds like so much fun. Like
It is.
college life looks, yeah, sounds amazing. If that's
Yeah,
your day to day, how could you not go? Why would you turn it down?
exactly.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Right, so you're taking your starting five with you. That's a good pick,
Yeah,
especially now that you're 3-3 heading into tomorrow night's game. So yeah,
yeah. We have
definitely. And how many seniors have you got this year?
we have two seniors, but we also have our grad student, Kendall. So she's a fifth year, but our two true seniors are Julie and Sam.
So you're
Yep,
still quite a young team, and a couple
exactly.
more years together.
For sure, yeah. We have three freshmen alone and just two underclassmen. Yeah, so we have so much room to build. I think in the next coming years, we'll definitely get into um, what we need to be as a team. And even this year, we have a great shot.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely be keeping an eye. So, top 5 musical artists of all time. Who is on your, I was going to say iPod. It's not even a thing anymore.
Oh, yeah. No, not an
Who's,
iPod.
sorry, I'm showing my age. Who's on your Spotify?
Okay, yeah, there you go. That's actually perfect because everyone's Wrapped are coming out like the
It
year.
just came out today, and I don't know whether to be sad or excited, but my number one song this year was Let's Go Crazy, but not the Prince version. It was the version from Sing 2.
Oh man. Oh no,
So
that's a
that's
good
my number one listened to song this year. I am blaming my child, my 5-year-old.
fair. Completely
I,
fair.
and that's the story I'm sticking to.
Yeah, I'll stand by you with that. Honestly, I haven't seen Sing 2, but I've heard all good things about the playlist. So,
It's amazing.
see, now I gotta see.
Amazing movie.
Okay, I'm going to. I liked the first thing, so that
First thing was good. Second thing's better.
really.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that'll be the next movie night for sure.
Anyway, back to your top 5 artists.
Well, this doesn't even line up with what my Wrapped was, but I was having a different kind of year. So I would say Drake for sure. Like he's just one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Beyonce is big for me. I think she's amazing all the time. Great performer. Lauryn Hill, which is kind of a like
That's
not
a throwback.
yeah, right? Right.
Nice.
And it was more of a this year. So but I love her now. So that's what matters. It's even if I'm late, I'm there. I like Bryson Tiller. I don't know if like he's like an R&B kind of guy. Not too popular, but I love him. Every song by him, I think I could probably sing word for word. And then a more popular one this year, Lil Baby. I like you can't go wrong. I think every song he makes some like you could at least play it during a basketball game because he's just good vibes and good overall. Yeah.
5 solid up. Lauryn Hill, that's impressive.
Thank you.
That's impressive. No, that's impressive. That's gonna resonate with a lot of our older listeners. I shouldn't really say
Awesome.
older. Our more mature listeners.
Yes, right.
So you said that when you're in lift, you get to play your own music. So you're the DJ. What 3 songs are we warming up to?
Okay. My team's not gonna love this
Oh,
because I'm not a huge just like hype crazy sounds. Like I like lock again, like how we said, I like the mindful, just taking some time. So I think that one of them would be X Factor, Lauryn Hill. I don't, it's just it's a good mood song. I like good mood songs. I like We Win, Lil Baby, which is just generally like it's a good song. And then I'm tied between Drake and Beyonce for my last one because I feel like they both should be in there. But I would say Lift Off with Kanye, Beyonce, and I forgot who else is on that, but all the good people. Jay-Z, of course. Sorry.
3 good songs. Go on. I'll give you a fourth one since you're the MVP. What Drake song are you picking?
Oh, okay. Nice for what? It's good vibes again. And it has some Lauryn Hill inspiration in it, and you can't go wrong with that.
So what I do is we actually have a Shot Clock podcast playlist.
Oh, awesome.
So everybody's 3 songs that they've given is on the playlist. So they will be added tonight in time for your release on Friday morning. So yeah, you'll be able to go and listen to what everyone else picked. Now you have to remember, most of the people who've been on the podcast are, slightly older than you.
Oh yeah.
So the music is, it's eclectic. You'll get to feel the vibes. We've got some, there's some, just look, there's some bangers on there. We've got some House of Pain. We've got the old school stuff, Jump by Van Halen.
Okay.
And then we have like previous Clearwater revivals on there. The Foo Fighters are on there.
Oh wow.
George Clinton is on there somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, you're in for a treat, or you'll be really disgusted and never visit Ireland again. It's one or the other. I don't really know. So here, look, this is a real funny one for you because you're not too far removed from this. But what advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
Yeah, I thought about this one pretty hard, honestly, because I definitely needed to hear these words when I was younger. But 16-year-old self, I would say that to definitely trust my family and trust that they have my best interest in mind. I think when you're younger, you have so many influences. You have so many people who you're speaking with, you're interacting with, you don't know whose opinion is best or who really to trust or listen to. And with such a solid family background, I think I definitely drifted a little bit away from what they were thinking and what they're advising me to do. So as like looking back, I would definitely just trust what they were saying and trust the trajectory that they were trying to put on my life, because it paid off. It got me to college, it got me on a scholarship. So that's always good. But sometimes when you're younger, you need to hear that like they definitely have your best interest in mind and they want what's best for you. And a lot of other people don't.
That's solid advice. And you're right. It's tough. 16 is a tough age.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I've got 12, 16-year-old girls that I'm coaching at the minute. And it's great fun. I love each and every one of them for their own little reasons. But there is times where you go, oh, just listen to somebody in your inner circle.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I was thinking the same thing, like even beyond family, I had such good like coaches, mentors, peers who were saying such amazing things. And it's harder to receive when you're younger, or just when I thought I was right about a lot of things, or just, you're forming your own identity. So it's hard to have other people's contributions, but definitely like when it's something good, you should really receive it or try and take it in a little bit more.
Perfect. Great advice. Absolutely fantastic advice. So second last question, dead or alive, 5 dinner guests, friends, family, or famous. The choice is yours. Who are we inviting over for dinner night?
This one's pretty tough. I'm not super familiar with celebrities in general, so I feel like a lot of people would be missed here that I would think about later and be like, oh my gosh, I wish they were there. But I would say I'm a huge Harry Styles fan, and I've been a Harry Styles fan since I was like younger. So even to satisfy like my inner child, I'd be like, I need to have him there. I need to have a conversation for sure. Also, I think my boyfriend would feel left out if I didn't say him. So I'm going to throw him.
You need to bring him.
Yeah, especially if I'm there with Harry Styles, like he's got to be there. He's got to be there.
What's his name?
His name's Damari. Yeah.
Shout out to Mari. You're there
Yeah,
with Harry
he's
Styles.
there.
Keep an eye on Harry Styles because he's sneaky.
He knows he's gonna be ecstatic. Because I told him that he was like, I had a good 5. I don't know if you're gonna get in there, and he was like, please. Okay, so he's gonna be ecstatic when he hears this. I'd also add Elena Deladon, the women's basketball player. I told some of the elementary girls that she was who I modeled my game, or like who I looked up to also, in addition to my own family when I was younger, just because she had so many challenges in her life that she overcame. She's a solid player and a solid person. And I definitely look up to her, like in general. I would love to sit down with her and have a conversation. Yeah, she's great. So that's 3. Darn, I took up a lot of, my sisters are getting left out also. They might be upset, but they can't come. I have 2 of them. They're twins.
Whoa. Hang on. Damari's in, your sisters
Yeah,
are out.
no, Christmas is gonna be rough. So
Wow.
maybe I won't send them the link to this. Can I count them as one because they're twins?
Yes.
Okay. They're twins, they're counted as one, they're there. They're the funniest people that I know. I have the biggest laughs with my sister, so I would want them there. It was just, we had some star power in other areas. My last one is Beyonce. I think that she's an entrepreneur, and like she made so much for herself in general, other than just being like a great person to be around. And I think she's probably hilarious and just good to look at in general. Like she's just amazing. But on top of that, I think that she has like good business and she knows what she's doing. So I'd like to hear something from her.
I have an under 16 boys team I coach. There's a kid on the team, Javante, who was one of my favorite people. And we were naming one of our offenses the other day. And Javante's quite shy. And I said, look, you know, Beyonce suffers from stage fright. I said, she becomes Sasha Fierce when she goes on stage, and that's how she gets through. And he's looking at me like I've 10 heads. And he's like, how do you know this? And I was like, it's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce.
Everybody knows something about Beyonce. So he was like, okay, can we call our offense Sasha? And I was like, absolutely. So we now run a Sasha offense in honor of Beyonce.
Amazing. That's news I've heard. I think that Beyonce gets as much recognition as she deserves all the time. Like I cannot. My sister honestly is like obsessed in a way that I haven't quite reached. But I think that if anyone's gonna have a role model, it has to be Beyonce.
Yeah, she's one to look up to, all right.
Yeah.
So here's the second part of this question. Are we ordering takeout or are you cooking? And having spoken to you offline, I'm gonna guess we're ordering takeout.
Yes, completely. Couldn't be more accurate. If I had to, I make one meal well, and it's Cajun pasta, and that's because it's boiling noodles. I feel like you can't go wrong with that. Like that's easy. But yeah, I would definitely say takeout. If Beyonce's there, I can't just give her my pasta that I make every once in a while. Like we're gonna have to get somewhere good. And I would go with Chipotle for that, because Chipotle is my favorite. And they all get to design their own. It's going to be unique. I think you can read something into someone even by seeing what their Chipotle order is. So I would pick up notes on that, and that'd be what we eat.
That's a really interesting table.
Oh yeah. That's
a really interesting table. I love it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, yeah. So last question. Actually, no, I've one more, and then the last question. Greatest basketball players of all time. Who is on your Mount Rushmore?
Oh, okay.
And you can go WNBA, or you can go NBA, or you can have a mix. It's up to you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have a mix. I think we already discussed Elena Deladon has to be on there for me. She's everything that I want to be and more. I would put MJ on there. Michael Jordan is just, we were just watching the Shaq documentary, I think, and I still was like worried about how Michael Jordan was doing. And like, even though he's not the focus of the documentary, like I feel like anytime he was there or on the screen, it was like, he's just so insane. It's so hard to focus on anything else when he's playing.
Shaq documentary hasn't come out over here yet. I'm waiting for it. Have you watched the Redeem Team?
No. Okay, so I accidentally, I was going to watch it, and then I saw too much of it. I saw like 2 episodes while I was at someone else's house, and I was like, I can't restart it now. Like now I don't know where to go from here. I don't know if I should finish it, or I don't know if I should start at the beginning and redo it, because I was right in the middle. So I think I'm gonna watch it. It's just I haven't gotten to it yet.
I'm looking forward to the Shaq one.
Oh yeah. So far we didn't get to finish it, but so far it's been really, really awesome.
Cool. So right, we're 2 into the Mount Rushmore. Who else is there?
Candace Parker.
Oh, what a player.
Yeah. I can't even, like, I don't know. She's just amazing to me. And also, I think I need like a diverse amount. I think I'm picking like the basics here, maybe with MJ, and I think that we definitely have to throw in a Candace Parker just because she deserves it, and not enough recognition for the WNBA in general.
No,
so
definitely.
that Sue Bird as well.
Oh,
Sue Bird. Yeah.
Yep. That's a solid Rushmore.
Yeah.
That's
And
solid.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we were given either or, I might have thrown LeBron in. LeBron would get it. I think he's an amazing player, and Giannis, but recognition of women, Candace Parker, Elena Delle Donne for sure.
So who's your GOAT? MJ, Kobe, LeBron, or do you go the other side? Sue Bird, Candace,
Hey, Michael Jordan.
Taurasi.
Oh, see, Taurasi deserved to be on that Rushmore too. Wow. Okay, that hurts. That's the toughest thing about it, is who you're leaving off. I hate that. Dang. No, but I would say Michael Jordan. I think that I don't know, I've seen so much more of LeBron, so it's hard to even say that, but just what I've been able to watch through replays, and I don't know, I think Michael Jordan is it for me, but LeBron is, it's not easy. I'm not one of the ones who are like, oh, 100% clear cut Michael Jordan, but I think it's tough. It's Michael Jordan. How about you?
I am firmly in the Michael Jordan camp.
Okay, good
Absolutely.
to hear. Good to hear.
Absolutely. I grew up watching MJ.
Exactly. Yeah,
so, he was one of the ones that inspired me, and the 90, 94, 95, 96 Bulls, and yeah. So
yeah.
For me, it's MJ.
Completely fair.
And have you seen his house is up for sale?
No, I haven't seen that.
So if you jump on YouTube when we're finished and just type in who's showing it, Enes Yelzamar, he has his own YouTube channel, and he shows you around MJ's house.
Wow.
And it is only $14.5 million.
Oh, okay. So I'll just go grab myself then, I guess.
See how quickly I said that and it sounded fine?
Only.
The house is insane.
That's crazy.
The basketball court alone is insane.
I want to see it so bad now. Like, I'm really, not that I'm trying to.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, like I don't have 15 million in my back pocket, but if I did,
it'd go there immediately.
I would be straight over to buy this house.
For sure. I would love that.
Showed the breakfast room where the guys used to meet before he got back playing, and the cigar room, and if those walls could talk.
Yeah, right.
Like, imagine the conversations that went on there. Exactly.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, but when you're watching the video of him going through the house, you're just like, you can nearly feel the history coming through the TV. It's weird. It's a weird.
That's so. Immediately.
I'll send you on the link. You definitely need to watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, amazing. Right. So last question. And look, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy. Obviously, you have a game tomorrow. And while you were here, you were so busy with your team out in the community. With thanks again to Inspire Sports, Garrett, Deirdre, and Mark do such a wonderful job bringing people over, and their Victory Scholar program could be something you could be looking at in a few years' time, coming back to Ireland to play some basketball and get your education get your master's while you're here. So absolutely fantastic thing to do. But yeah, I'm so delighted to have you on. You're my first international guest. Yeah. So yeah, big deal for me.
Yeah, big deal for me. That's an honor. Thank you.
This is probably the first of many, many, many podcasts and interviews you're going to be doing through your career. Especially having seen you play. You've got a very, very bright future.
Thank you.
No problem. So last question, who would you like to see on the podcast? And can you help me get them?
Oh, see, this is easy, because I was going to go out there, and this is one I can definitely get you, Kiara, for sure. I think that even reading through these questions, I was like, I know she would have such good answers. I know that she would know exactly what to say. She would love it. And I can get you her. So that's the best part, is that we can do that. So yeah.
Perfect. Put me in touch. Put me in touch and we'll get her on.
Yeah.
Excellent. Look, Zaria, thanks so much for giving up your time. Get back and study now, or have you got lift later on? What have you got now? What's your afternoon looking like?
It's looking like a lot of studying and also seeing the YouTube video. I think that's top priority right now, honestly.
I'm saying as soon as we finish this, I'll send you the link. It's
please.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's
I think I work that in there with regard to studying. No.
I also need to send you that cookbook, because if your team and you are as bad, if Cajun noodles is your go-to meal,
that's all we have.
We need to talk.
We do. We need a book. We do.
Zaria, thanks so much. And this goes live on Friday morning, so I'll send you the link. I'll send you all the details for it. So thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you. This was awesome. Thank you so much.
So there you have it. There's our episode with our first NCAA player, Zaria Shazer. What a really well-rounded, grounded young lady. I think this is going to be the first of many interviews that she does over the years. Best of luck to Marist tonight versus Columbia. Hopefully they get the W. And this is the first of a few NCAA interviews that I have lined up featuring people who played in the Dublin Classic. So I'd like to thank Garrett McGuire, Deirdre Brennan, Mark Mulholland, and all that Inspire Sports and all that Sports Changes Life for giving me the opportunity to connect with these people and to help me build my brand of the Shot Clock podcast. Hopefully I'll get to speak to Mark soon, because I'd love to get him on and just hear his thoughts on how both the Dublin Classic and the London Classic went. And hopefully we get NCAA basketball back on Irish shores soon. Head over to the podcast playlist where you can get Zaria's songs that she added in. I also have to add Paul Kelleher's songs in from last week. A couple of more coaches coming up, a couple of more current Super League players in the pipeline as well. So look, for now, this is Jago saying, I'll see you on the court.